Okay, you're back with us. We've often heard it said, and alam mo, sa kultura, palagay ko sa Pilipino, dahil tayo masyadong mabait, masyadong, I don't know how do we call it. We are so kind-hearted, we're so generous, that we cannot bring ourselves to make that leap and say, mismo ang presidente may kinalaman ng ganun. I don't know whether it is cultural or whatever, but we can readily say, palaging yung mga taong nakapaligid sa kanya, yun ang automatic yan, di ba? May kasalanan. Can we readily say that, can we say 150% na si presidente talagang walang kinalaman dito sa mga ganitong anomalya?
I don't believe so. Because kung napapalibutan ka ng mga pinaghihinalaan na nagnanakaw ng salapi ng bayan,
okay,
and you cannot institute discipline,
okay,
and it appears na you are tolerating what they are doing, then equally or similarly, meron ka ring, pwede ka ring matawag na gumagawa ng nakawan.
Okay. Ang ano tawag dyan? Parang harboring a criminal?
Yes, harboring a criminal. On the criminal investigation aspect.
Yan ang tawag doon, di ba? Harboring
yes,
a criminal.
On the criminal investigation aspect, you are harboring a criminal. Because you cannot touch them. You cannot investigate them. You cannot decide on what will be their future. You just allow them to be there. So, ibig sabihin, yung criminal enterprise system ng government ay very, very clear. Nandun. Mayroong allegation na si Secretary Abad ay ganito.
Yung sa DAP, ano?
Si Secretary Suleiman sa CCT.
May kalokohan din.
Meron din. So, etc. Marami. Bakit wala pang nangyayari? It appears na yung mga ibang ahensya ng gobyerno ay yan, narinig na natin lang beses yan. Selective justice, selective investigation. What is this? This is a reflection of misgovernance.
Tapos, the level of expectation and virtue that you have set, morality for your government, is supposed to be higher than the rest eh. Kasi ito lang yata, correct me if I'm wrong, as far as history is concerned, no? General, no? FERDIE. Ito lang yata ang Pangulong personal na nag-pledge sa TV sa kanyang kampanya na sa ngalan ng kanyang ama at ina, hindi siya mangnanakaw. So that is the level of tuwid na daan dapat na inoobserba ng kanyang pagkapangulo at ng kanyang pamahalaan. Am I correct?
Yes, supposed to be. Pero ang nangyayari is different naman. Kitang-kita naman ng sambayanan na yan eh. Maraming question yan sa kaban ng bayan, pundo, sa misgovernance. Mas lalo itong problemang nangyari recently, itong national security management niya sa mga Masapano incident.
So, may tanong ko sa inyo, no? Napansin nyo siguro sa TV, FERDIE, ikaw din, pati ang kanyang uncle na si Congressman Piping Cuangco ay lumabas na rin, ano? How do you read that? Any of you?
Ibig sabihin, that is a very, very clear. Hindi lang indication yan, kundi evidence kung titingnan mo talaga yung mga pangyayari sa inner circle ng family na hindi lang yung simple disagreement. Kundi mayroong napakalaking dahilan. Ibig sabihin yan, kaisa si Piping Cuangco na tumitingin na weak yung pamangkin niya.
Pati si congressman yata or Governor Tingting Cuangco dati ng Tarlac, pati yung PICOS na napansin pa niya. So, you're talking about PICOS, you're talking about DAP, you're talking about CCT, you're talking about even the performance of government in Yolanda, and then itong sa PNP SAF. Is anybody running the country? Of course, people will say there is, no? But is anybody governing the country?
Yung ngayong sinabi ko kanina earlier, Eric, meron talagang dysfunctional system na umiiral sa government natin ngayon. Kasi itong mga pangyayaring ito na talagang masailan, lalong-lalo na dyan sa welfare ng tao, bakit mayroong perception? Hindi lang perception, kundi hindi lang batikos ito kundi marami na rin intervention sa disaster management ng ating bansa.
And there is a question on the legitimacy of his stay in Malacanang. Because remember, the law clearly states that there should be digital signatures.
Okay.
And there should be on the monitor of the PICOS machine, once you insert your ballot, it should show there whom you voted for to make sure that your vote has been counted. And the most important of all is that the source code must be released to all interested parties before the election. This is already 5 years after the election of 2010, and we have not seen even the shadow of the source code. So, we cannot really say that for sure that Noynoy is the legitimate president of the Philippines up to now. Because in the 2013 election, it's the same banana. There was no source code, and the digital signatures and other requirements of the law were willfully violated. So, here comes 2016. Are we still going to have this system wherein the legitimacy of the very leaders of our country are questionable? This is dangerous because if the leaders themselves are being questioned about their legitimacy in their stay of office, then we cannot have stability. And another thing, if you will allow me, no, I would like to go back to this debacle in
Wag mo na, wag mo
Mama
na.
Sapano.
I'll ask you these questions. And this is more on deeper side, no? Socio-cultural, in our terms of our national character as a people, no? Why do we get ourselves into this kind of a situation? And yet, we are so generous, we're always so kind, we always give our leaders the benefit of the doubt. Okay? And it's not only, we don't only witness and experience this with the present government, di ba? For example, under President Aquino, and bago nyo sagutin, i-preface ko lang, no? Under President Aquino, Noynoy, we say, hindi naman si Presidente may problema dyan. Yung kabarila niya, yung kaklase niya, yung katropa niya, or kakarambola niya. It's never the President, di ba? Okay. We'll go further. Para lang makita ng tao na patas po kami dito, no? Panahon ni Marcos, ang sinasabi, hindi naman si Marcos ang may problema.
Cronies.
Yung cronies at yung First Lady. We always attribute it to somebody else.
Yes.
The First Lady or yung cronies. Pagpasok ni Cory, hindi naman si Presidente Cory ang may problema. It was the Kamag-Anak Incorporated. I don't know. I'm just going through history, di ba? I mean, this is, lumabas na yun sa newspaper eh.
Yes.
Okay? Pagpasok ni FVR, yung mga golfing ano niya, partners niya, yun daw ang may problema. And then, pagpasok ni ERAP, yung midnight cabinet niya. Di ba? We're just going through history lang ito, ha? Just bare facts. Pagpasok ni Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, ang problema, wala siyang first lady, pero may first gentleman siya. So, hindi si Gloria may problema, ang problema si first gentleman. But we never, ang bait siguro natin, ayaw nating ituro yung ang mga daliri natin na, ang problema siguro talaga yung presidente. What does that tell us? I'll ask this to both of you before we go to the Mama Sapano incident.
Well, it tells us that the Filipinos have a very strong
Respect?
tendency to respect the authorities. And remember that before we launched the 1896 revolution, it took us 300 years of practically what is torture and genocide implemented by the Spaniards against our people. So, and then after the Philippine-American War, wherein 10% of our population were slaughtered by the Americans, up to now, we are pro-Americans. So, we have a tendency to just ride with the tide. So,
ang tingin natin sa Pangulo parang siya ang ama ng bansa. Kaya pagdating sa ama ng bansa, iba ang tingin natin sa kanya at iba ang tingin natin sa mga bata-bata niya, mga tao niya. Kaya hindi natin siya pwede tapunan ng sobrang sisi dahil pag tinapunan natin siya ng sisi, parang yung pamilya o yung bansa natin ang parang ibinabagsak natin. Parang ganun ba? Tingin nyo? What do you think? Is that a very simple equation of how the ordinary Filipino looks at it?
Yung nakikita ko, Eric, yung balikan natin yung mga basic values ng Pilipinos.
Okay.
Isa dyan ay yung matiisin.
Okay.
Na-develop ito through the Spaniards occupation of our country and other turn of historical events. Then, aside from that, ang nakikita ko talaga na medyo seryoso ay hindi pa maunawaan ng napakadami na ating mga kababayan.
Oo.
What is the real essence or meaning of democracy?
Okay.
Ang tingin nila kasi, pag inilik mo yung Pangulo na through cheating, nanalo, tapos nabigyan ng pera yung mga botante, demokrasya na yon. Sa akin, sa aking opinion, medyo yung democratic election system na yon ang nagdi-destroy ng democracy itself. Kaya kung sino yung manok nila, nanalo si ganito, ay affiliated tayo dito. parang turf palagi. Ina-identify palagi nila yung sarili nila doon.
Okay.
Kahit hindi nila kilala. So ganun yung ganun yung cultural habit natin. Yan, tungkol yan sa mga napag-anuhan natin, yung nagsasabong ang karamihan, yan yung mga natin, nagsusugal tayo, then we praise. Catholic nation tayo. So ibig sabihin dito, kahit may mga batas tayo na mga lalong-lalo na municipal ordinances, hindi natin sinusunod yan.
We fail to understand, equate the difference between once we were subjects that had to bow before a king, and then one day we became citizens. We were all equal before
Yes,
the law.
yung transition kasi mahirap eh. Yung sinasabi mong king obedience during the time na mga naunang panahon, because of our behavior, because of our customs and mores, we tend to idolize yung tao na because of the advent of modern media,
Okay.
yung ginagawa niya ay can be corrected through lies, through propaganda. So parang ayaw maniwala yung mga tao na ginagawa na ng tao yun, you still support him.
Okay.
Nag-iba yung ng media.
Okay, tutukan natin itong Senate hearing ngayon. Nabanggit ni former Chief of SAF, PNP SAF, Hitulio na Peñas na hindi totoong bata daw siya ni Purisima. Tapos binanggit kayo.
Oo, kasi ang comment ko diyan is direct, Sa akin, ang paniwala ko, bata siya ni Purisima, mayroon silang certain trust with each other because this is reflected mainly on the situation involving both of them na kahit suspended na si Purisima, sinusunod pa rin ni Peñas. Ngayon, kung si Peñas ay thinking professionally, he will question that because for the information of your televiewers, Eric, may mga kinubkuman na violate dito sa insidente na ito.
Okay.
Ang hindi pa nasasabi dito ay yung SAP is directly under the Directorate of Operation.
Okay, yung SAF under the Directorate for Operation. Sino yung Directorate for Operation?
Ang Directorate for Operation yan, si Director Ricardo Marquez.
Okay.
Na hindi nababanggit dyan because hindi din niya alam yung mga pangyayari. So you can just estimate or imagine what is the degree of this keeping in the dark yung mga K officers.
So ito si Director Marquez reports to who?
Director Marquez reports directly who is his immediate superior, ang Deputy Chief of Operation.
Which is Leonardo Espina.
Leonardo Espina na incidentally siya ang
OIC ngayon.
kasi wala pang na-appoint na
PNP Chief.
Acting pa kasi mayroon pang 4-star si
Okay,
Purisima.
tama. Oo.
So after the DCO, it is the Chief PNP supposed to be. Suspended siya kaya General Espina served in dual capacity, DCO and OIC of PNP.
Okay, we're gonna pause for a few reminders. Ano ang na-violate dito at anong pwedeng i-charge? Una, kay Hitulio na Peñas. Pangalawa, ano bang klaseng operation ito na blanket confidentiality was required kasi baka ma-compromise na kahit si Secretary Rojas ng Department of Interior and Local Government at kahit yung OIC ng PNP, kailangang hindi alam. Kahit 2 tao lang idagdag sa matrix ng makakalam, mako-compromise ba ang misyon sa pagbabalik po ng Republika?